We'll gather around, feel the love come down. Blue elephant is strong, together we belong. In every comment bright, you lift me to new heights. Your support, it's clear, gives me reason to cheer. Blue Elephant Crew, this one's all for you. You make dreams come true with everything you do. Each subscriber's heart playing a vital part.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a day. We are doing a horror collab with Dragons and Dresses Craftstorium. And what I am going to do is I am going to make a blood margarita. If you didn't get it from my little story that I put up there for you guys. So the first thing that I did is I had my daughter actually do this for me. She's much better at clay than I am, even though I realize they're really just balls. But we're going to make some eyeballs out of these. So I had her go ahead and do the clay part for me, making these eyeballs. She also made a little bone that we're going to kind of incorporate later on. And right now I'm just going to try and make a circle using this thing. I do know how to use it. It's very difficult to use on a round object that wants to move. That's not necessarily 100%, like even it's, all over the place. So I had a time with it. Anyway, I just drew the round part so that we can go ahead and get this painted in and make some eyeballs out of these. And then after I'm done doing this bit, we are going to start concocting our blood margarita. Also, I will bounce off of here for a minute just while I do this, but don't forget we are doing the drawing today for the jewelry that I made. Was it last video, the video before? I think it was the video before last. I don't remember, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So we will be doing that today at some point in the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm going to bounce off of here, and I will be back when we are ready for the next step.
In the shadows I reside, centuries old I bide my time. Tavern hidden from the light, beneath the moon so pale and bright. Blood margaritas I will mix, tart citrus with a crimson twist. Be positive, flow so sweet, juicy eyeballs can't be beat. Underneath the moonlight sky, what mortals dare not leave my eye. Sip the night, I'll never die. Blood margaritas in the dark, oh my. Secret recipes I hold, stories of the nights of old. Whispers in the glass they speak, every sip a mystery deep. Here in shadows time stands still, concocting drinks that give a thrill. Immortal thirst I shall fulfill, with every ruby drop I spill. Midnight's velvet cloak descends, in my tavern night won't end. Raise a glass and make amends, to the darkness, to my friends.
Okay, I'm back. So, doing the last finishing touches on the eyeballs just to get in little details. I don't know how much we're really going to be able to see. Now, I do have this, it's actually a Martini glass, but we're just going to use our imagination. One of the requirements is that it's got to be something recycled, so this is something that I've had, so I'm going to use it for this, so that's recycled. And it's, supposed to be gory and all of that good stuff, because it's not just a Halloween one, it is a horror video. Okay, so I've got my Let's Resin epoxy resin, put in some Let's Resin alcohol ink for that red blood color. I'm adding in just the tiniest bit of Rolio Scarlet mica powder. Now, that is because I need this to be transparent, but blood isn't transparent, right? It's more obviously opaque, but I still want to be able to see these eyeballs popping through. So I figured just a little bit will add that cloudiness to it so that it's not 100% transparent like the alcohol ink would make it. And it's got some shimmer and some just different effects going on in there. And then what I did was I went ahead and covered the clay pieces with a little bit of resin to help prevent any bubbles, and I'm slowly pouring in the resin a little bit at a time. Now, I'm trying to be so careful that I don't get resin anywhere in this glass that I don't want it to be, because I don't want any issues. I don't want it to be where it's not supposed to go, obviously. So, sticking in my second one now, I am trying to make sure that where I place them, you can actually see like the pupil and the retina and all of that stuff from that area, so that it's not like on the inside of it, because then that just kind of makes it all pointless. Adding in a little bit more. Now, at this point, as I'm looking at it, I do see that there's a little bit of, there's air on the bottom one. I should have poured a little bit of resin in first, but I didn't do that. So I'm trying to move it around and see, just so that there's no spots in there where there's not resin. Move that around, get that sorted. And then I realized that it's a little too opaque for what I want. So I'm going to mix up a little bit more resin, and I'm going to add some clear in here just to kind of help thin it out a little bit more, get that color a little bit more diluted than what it is right now. But first, obviously, I'm going to add in my third eyeball. Now I've got my clear resin mixed up, and I'm just going to pour it in, move it around a little bit, but I'm kind of centralizing it around where the eyes are. Now, my only other worry is that as the resin is curing, because there is space being taken up from these 3 clay pieces being put in here, but I'm worried that I put too much in and it gets too hot and then my glass is going to crack. So that was a worry. Now, here we are 24 hours later. I mixed up just a tiny bit more. I only want it to come a little bit higher. I wanted to get these eyes covered up. So I am keeping a little bit of clear off to the side so that I don't have to mix up more. Adding in my red, adding in the tiniest little bit of mica powder again, because I want these colors to be the same. I don't want to have a line in there and it be 2 different shades. So I am doing the same exact thing that I did last time, just using less resin this time. Mixing it up, and then you can kind of see here in a second, I pull it up on my stick and just kind of sort of match it to what I've got going on the cup. Pretty happy with the color once I do that. So we're going to go ahead and go for it and get a little bit more in here just to get it to that level where it's high. Now, before I do that, I have these pieces that I want to add in, as, you know how with a lot of mixed drinks, they put a piece of fruit on the side of the glass or something like that. Well, I thought this would kind of be something cool to add in. So they're just a little bit of fake plants that I purchased from the Dollar Tree last year, actually. And I'm going to tape them where I want them on this glass and then just add my resin to it. And this way I don't have to worry about them floating. I don't want to do UV resin because I don't want to have that area of clear resin in there and have just an issue and it looks stupid. And then I'm also going to put this bone in here. Now, I wanted to make it look like a stirrer, But my daughter, when she made it, she didn't make it quite long enough. I wasn't very specific in how long I wanted it. So it'll just be a little mini bone. It'll be fine. It's fine. It's not going to make that big of a difference, honestly. But it is really cute. Now, I did paint over this with white as well, and that is to seal in the clay because it is porous and we don't want air bubbles coming. So that's what I did with all of it. Poured a little bit of clear on first. Then I'm going to go in with my color, take it up to where I want it at, and then I'm going to add a little bit more clear on top, and mainly centered around that top eyeball that's up there so that when you look down into it, the glass, you can actually kind of see it kind of peeking through. And I realize that the resin is going to move and it's going to do its thing, but see, as of right now, you really can't tell that there's anything underneath of there. Once I pour this clear in, you can start to see it. So it will make a difference in it. Will it be exactly how I want? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But we're going to go for it and just kind of see what happens, honestly. I mean, you know, that's just what everything is. Okay, so after I pour this last little bit in, I'm fairly happy with, you know, what's going on, and you can kind of see how that eye is just poking through. So hopefully it'll work out in my favor and we won't have any issues. But for now, we are going to set this off to do its thing and come back here and kind of just see what we got. All right, so 24 hours later, here we are. Let's take the tape off of these and go ahead and make sure that they are all set in there. No issues whatsoever. Now you can see, obviously, it closed up most of the way. You can't really tell from far away, but when you get closer to it, you can actually see that you can see that eye in there, which is exactly what I wanted. But we're going to do something around the rim of this glass. Now, not that I'm in any way, shape, or form an authority on any kind of alcoholic drinks. In fact, I'm pretty stupid when it comes to it. And most of them have like salt or whatever around the rim. What I'm going to do after I clean it off with some 99% isopropyl alcohol, just to make sure that there's no fingerprints or anything from me touching it, none of the stickiness from the tape, and I don't have any issues with it being dirty, I've got my hand painted resin from Let's Resin mixed up, and I just used the tiniest bit. I'm using 1 drop and 1 drop only of the red alcohol ink, and then I'm going to add in some medium chunky red glitter to this. And that's going to be like our bloody, salty rim around the glass, which I thought would look cool. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get this mixed up, and then I'm going to take my dotting tool and I'm just going to place it along the rim. And then I don't want it to be perfect. Like, I want it to kind of look like it's dripping down a little bit here and there. Not all over the place, but here and there. We're going to do that. Once we're done doing that, and I kind of did these things backwards, like I should have thought first, but the idea popped in my head after I had done this. So as this is still wet, I'm going to take some of my gloss varnish and some of that white glow powder that I have that glows red, and I'm going to add it in a few little areas on this glass. Not on the glass, but on the actual, like, blood itself. I say doing hand quotations like you guys can actually see that. And then we're going to let that do its thing, cure, add some stuff to it, make this super cool. But I'm going to be back when we're ready for the next step. So I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Welcome to Halloween, the night of fear and fright. Do you like the spooky scene and things that haunt the night? Witches brew and eerie stew, ghosts that dance in moonlight's glow, goblins grin and ghastly crew, welcome where the shadows grow. Oh, welcome to the night where everything's a scare. Costumes give a fight, let's all be unaware. Pumpkins grin with glowing eyes, bats that swoop and dive underneath the darkened skies where spooky creatures thrive. Haunted houses call your name, zombies rise from graves. It's a frightful, fun-filled game in the land of braves. Oh, welcome to the night night where everything's a scare. Costumes give a fright, let's all be unaware. Witches brew an eerie stew, ghosts that dance in moonlight's glows, that dance in moonlight's glow. Goblins grin and ghastly crew, welcome where the shadows grow, welcome where the shadows grow. Oh, welcome to the night where everything's a scare. Costumes give a fright, let's all be unaware. Unaware. I'll be unaware. Welcome to the night where everything's a scare. Costumes give a fright, let's all be unaware. Oh, welcome to the night where everything's a scare. Costumes give a fright, let's all be unaware.
In the graveyard, shadows creep. Skeletons arise from sleep. Bones rattle in the night, underneath the pale moonlight. They start swaying side to side, grinning laughs they cannot hide. Spooky rhythms fill the air, dancing skeletons everywhere. Moonlit rattle, bones a clack, groovy beats don't turn back. Spooky sights, a midnight show, skeletons they steal the glow. Skulls a wobble, ghosts take flight. Misty fogs embrace the night. Graveyard's rhythm haunts your feet. Join the dance, feel the beat. Pages move in harmony. Ghouls in shadows watch with glee. Joints a creak in bony stance. Under moonlight, ghosts they dance. Moonlit rattle, bones a clack, groovy beats don't turn back. Spooky sights, a midnight show, skeletons they steal the glow. Moonlit rattle, bones a clack, groovy beats don't turn back. Spooky sights, a midnight show.
Alright, I'm back. So as you can see, I just added a little bit around there, and it honestly just breaks up some of that red. And then I put a little bit on this ugly spider that was also in one of those plants. And we are going to E6000 him to the bottom part of the cup, like if he is crawling up. And let me just tell you that at one point, before I got to this point working with it, I had already decided that I was going to use it. And I guess he fell on the floor. And we get spiders about this size. They're wolf spiders here. And he was on the floor. I thought it was a real spider, and I about freaked out. It was a whole thing. Like, it was not cool. Especially since I just seen one of those when I was doing my voiceover the other day out of my peripheral vision. And if you can see something out of your peripheral vision, that guy is big. And yeah, we all know about my spider issues. All right, so here we are. This is completely dry, completely done. I love how it turned out. I think it turned out super, super cool. April, I hope it's gory enough for you. Gore isn't really my thing, but I tried. Okay, guys, it is time to select the winners. So, I got this random comment picker on the online for YouTube, and we are going to select it using the words Blue Elephant, which was required in the comments. Our first winner is BL Creations. Congratulations, BL Creations. You get to select one of the pieces of jewelry that I made. And for our second winner, we have Annabelle Pittman. So BL Creations and Annabelle Pittman, you are our winners. You have 1 week to contact me by email. My email is all over the place on the description page of every video and in the About This Channel section. And I will mail them out to you. Remember, don't believe scammers. I am not asking for any money. I'm paying for everything. Congratulations again, guys. That is a wrap on this one. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I will see you guys on Saturday in the next one. Love ya. Bye.